Welcome back to Farming Life Hillbrooks. This week we're scanning. We're going to see how many of the ewes have lamb.
Every year we scan our ewes
to see how many ewes have lambs. There are 2 bunches of ewes with over 100 in each pen.
These ewes are in the pen ready to get scanned. Here's the scanning man and he's coming to scan our ewes.
The sheep walk up into a crate and there's a probe placed on their flank, and then they are sprayed with a colour on their back. This is the machine that they use to scan the ewes.
Like all those round things are the cotyledons, and the lamb is in that black hole there, which is going up there, and there's another one there. You can just about see his head, see the shape of his skull, right in that bottom. You see it? So she's got 2. I move my hand round, you like see the ribs. You get a better picture on a smaller one. So 2's are nothing on. That's quite a good picture of his head. See his head there in the middle of the screen? See his eye sockets? So that's a one lamb, and the other one's below him. So you've got one lamb there and one lamb. You've got one lamb there and one lamb there. The blue one's easier to see. You can see the head of the one is there. Well, the head of both are there because you've got the ribs of this one with his head, and then you've got another body over there with his head up there. The heads are almost joined together. You can see both heads there almost together.
The tops have did their job for the year.
We have rotated our colours starting with red for the first cycle, blue for the second, and black for the final couple of weeks.
This was to give the ewes the best chance of becoming pregnant.
There is a small percentage of ewes that will slip their lambs miscarry within the first few weeks. So this gives them the best chance to become pregnant. Scanning uses a water-based probe that conducts an image from the ewe to be able to tell if she is pregnant and how many lambs she is carrying. This then allows us to know how much the ewes need feeding up to their birth.
If you look, I put a bit of water on every one. I press this button up here and it puts a bit of water onto the flank of the skin of the sheep, and then I can make the contact.
There are 4 ewes in this bunch that have black bums. So far, 2 of the ewes have viable pregnancies.
This ewe has a black bottom. She's taken to the top very late. She's only around 30 to 40 days in, so we mark her with an L, meaning late. This is so we know
she will be last to eat her lamb.
Because she's very early in her pregnancy, we can only really see the sac and the start of the fetus on the scanner.
So we asked him how you can tell.
Yeah, the fluid started to form, so that she's definitely in lamb.
How far along is she?
She's between 30 and 35 days in lamb. Yeah, a month in lamb.
It's a very quick process.
So when's the best time to scan your ewes?
Ideal, I always try and do them between 85 days and 90 days, or between 80 and 90 days from when you put the ram in.
How far along would the ewe be?
Halfway through pregnancy. Like the red ones are a bit big. Makes it harder to see, because once they get a bit big, they do cover a lot more of the screen. Like that. Like you see, she's guaranteed to have at least 2. Blues are at the right stage to do.
Blue was our second cycle.
Oh, they're alright. The only thing, one of the 2 of the reds might have an extra lamb, but not very. It won't be much, like. Maybe none at all.
How long does it take to learn to scan sheep?
Learning it? I'm still learning now. One. Like I went on a 2-day course in Scotland when I first bought the machine. They just showing you what to do then. Then it's practice. Practice and practice and practice.
Is it expensive to learn?
Now it's about £1,000 for 2 days. But the guy that takes, well, the course I went on, he could earn that basically in a day scanning if he wanted to. He's very, very good, he was. And you've got to have somebody that's good to be teaching you. But it's just numbers really now. Numbers. The more sheep you do, it's the same with every shearing. It's the same. The more sheep you shear, the better you should get. If you don't, something not quite right.
Does it cost very much to buy?
Machine's like 15 grand. But they've gone up now because I bought a new probe. It arrived last week.
And how much is the crate?
The crate is a couple of grand. The most expensive thing is what I hold in my hand. Like this little bit there. How much you can get for it? About 4.6, 4.7 now for a new thing that I hold in my hand. And they're the things that get damaged. Yeah, get knocked and things like that. Like, it's a sealed piece of glass. If you crack the glass, it's it's over £1,000 just to look at them. There's only one firm that does it. See, so you can't shop around or do anything else.
Is it much difference from scanning a woman to a sheep?
Well, not a great deal actually, because that's how it started. The only thing with it, it's designed for sheep now, and it's ultrasound. I think when they were first started scanning, they were doing about 120 days in lamb, and they were using machines out of the hospital.
How many ewes can you scan in a day?
This country, because you're moving about a fair bit, I've done over 2,000. In New Zealand, I'm doing between 3,000 and 4,000 most days. But then you're going to one place with a lot of sheep like this. Like two of us went to one place. They got 16,000, and we took 1.5 days basically to do 16,000.
And how much does it cost?
Anything between 40 and 50p. Over here, that is. I get paid quite as much in New Zealand, but then you're doing a lot more sheep, so it sort of swings around a bit.
Do they scan in most countries?
Majority in New Zealand do. Australia, I'm not sure. I never scanned in Australia. But New Zealand, the majority of people do now because it's such a good thing for them to use, like the singles they'll put out somewhere with shelter and they can look after themselves. Twins they'll put on a bit better ground. And another reason, like in New Zealand, if I'd have been coming scanning your this morning, they'd had them shot in yesterday morning, off any feed, like. Oh, definitely empty the better. Because all food does in the stomach is turn to gas, so it sort of clouds the picture. Plus they run that much better when they're empty.
What percentage of farmers scan in this country?
I would say 85 to 90%. Most people scan. Oh, I can't see anything. Come on.
What do you think the reason of that is?
If she's at the top the last 30 days, she'd still be showing barren. Like.
So could she be pregnant?
Could be, yeah, but she might be lambing now. And yeah, we're 30 days back from now. It's the middle of October.
On this keypad above, there are 4 buttons. As you can see from time to time, he presses one of them. This is what he uses to calculate how many lambs are inside the ewe. 0 being barren and 1 to 4.
This is some lovely pasture for our sheep to graze. There are quite a lot of triplets.
She's got 3 on there. There's 1 there, 1 over there, and then the next one's coming up there. So you've got 1 there with his head, 1 up there, and then I move my hand, there's another one in the bottom there. You see a bit better now, a little bit more water. See, you can see 2 there together in the same picture. And then move the other ones up above, sort of up there.
You're having 3 babies, Mama.
Managed to scan these ewes in just under 45 minutes.
She's got 2. 2. You 1 up there, and then the other one's in there. They're, like as I said, they're a bit big to show properly. The smaller ones, like the blue ones, are easier to see. See black holes there? See a dot in that one and a dot in that one?
Mm-hmm. The sack, is it?
Like the fluid is the black, and then you see two white dots in either one. That's the lambs. So she's got 2. She'd be 45 to 50 days in lamb, 45 days. That's a better picture of the head. You see his head? Mm-hmm. See that one? Yeah, you can see his head there. And then I'm moving my hand going off that lamb. There's another one up there. So she got 2. This is a better picture. See the black hole again? that's the body of the lamb there, and there's his head. You see his head of the same lamb. So that's a single. You like turn my hand a little bit. Whoa! You see his ribs.
Yeah.
See cross section of his ribs. You can see it's like both his ribs there, sort of thing, can you? Coming up.
What is the gestation of the lamb?
What gestation is 147 days, and these, like the eldest ones, are 90 plus days, isn't they? And the blue ones are about 80. Yeah, about 80. I put them. Come on, guys. She's only got one. See there, and see his ribs with his neck.
Yeah.
See his ribs with his neck and his head.
And the top of his head.
Yeah, his head's just there, like. You see his nose pointing straight down. You see his ribs, see his backbone there. You see two lines together.
Yeah.
So she's got one.
Back out to grass they go.
That's our sheep scanning done for another year. Some good percentages, lots of triplets, and I'm looking forward to what winter brings.
If you've enjoyed today's video, give it a smash subscribe button and give us a like, and see you on our next video.